What's the greatest pain a man will ever go through? Loss of job? Loss of a loved one? Wait, let me tell you a story. I was 26 years old when I decided on marriage. She was 25 years old. It wasn't easy convincing my parents that I was man enough to get married. To them, I was still a boy who had been very lucky to find a good job immediately after school. They wanted me to wait for a while, but for how long they couldn't say, so I decided to go on with it. It was a small wedding, just for the two families and some close friends of ours. Just about 2 hours, we were declared husband and wife and left the church premises. It was beautiful the first year, as you would expect. The second year was awesome too. The third year, wasn't that awesome, but we survived. We were not fighting. Childbearing became an issue. My wife started getting worried. We visited hospitals, but they kept assuring us that everything was fine. We started using herbal drugs and everything that promised us a child. My wife started visiting prayer camps and seeing powerful pastors who claimed they could help her get a child. We were in the 5th year of our marriage and still no sign. That was when things started heating up. No laughter, no outing except to visit a hospital or a herbalist. Nothing in between. At the twilight of our 5th year in marriage, we got the news we'd been waiting for. My wife got pregnant. You can imagine the happiness, the screams, the shouting of God's glory and thanksgiving prayers to God. Happiness was restored in our marriage. She delivered a baby girl, and we named her after my mother. It was a Friday night. I came back home and she was in the bath. Her phone was on the bed and blinking. Every second or so, the phone's screen lit up with a new message. I picked it up to see who was so busy sending messages to someone in a bath. What I saw raised my suspicion. One of the messages read, "And I know as she grows up, she'll definitely look like me." What is this one talking about? I asked myself. I wanted to open the phone and read all the conversations, but I didn't know the passcode. From that day, I knew what I had to do. I booked a date for a DNA test. She was there when samples were collected, but she didn't know what it was for. Weeks later, the result was out. I wasn't the father. "Here!" I screamed in my heart. I was broken. I had done nothing but love mother and daughter with everything in me, but here I was, staring the truth right in the face with a heavy heart. I kept quiet for a while, but it got to a point where I couldn't hold it any longer, so I let it all out. I showed her the DNA results. Deep inside, all I wanted was an explanation. I wanted her to feel sorry and apologize for her sins. I knew it would hurt for a while, but I was thinking of forgiveness, though I didn't know how it was going to happen. But listen to what she said. "The fact that I could have a child with someone else means you are the problem, but you didn't care to resolve it." I was trying to save the face of our marriage. I wanted to hit her, but didn't. The shock that went into my skin was enough to kill a man. I watched her in awe and didn't know what to say or do to her. I watched her going up and down saying trash to me, but all I could think of was the little girl lying in the cot nearby, her innocence and everything that would go against her as time passed. Early the next day, her parents and her elder brother came over. I told them the whole story and asked them to ask their daughter who the father of the baby was. Her mother broke down totally, but her father couldn't say a word. Her elder brother kept repeating, "Adwoa, tell us it's not true. This can't be true, right?" She couldn't utter a word. The room was so heavy I left the house for them. Later in the evening, her parents told me the truth. "She confessed the baby is for her ex-boyfriend," her father said. "And the way I see it, she did it because you two were not conceiving." I only nodded and said thank you to her parents and asked them to take their daughter along when leaving the house. It took me 3 months to be able to tell my parents about it. With shock written all over his face, my father said, "Son, leave her tomorrow. She doesn't deserve to be forgiven." My mom was worried about the child bearing her name. She whispered in shock, "I have to get my name back. The baby doesn't have my blood." We got divorced. My mom got her name back and she left to live with her parents. The last time I heard of her, she's gotten married to another man and is carrying the man's baby. I'm here, not married, but life has been good.